Now to the story that is captivating the nation. We have new information on the arrest of O.J. Simpson right here in Las Vegas. Thank you for tuning in tonight. For Action News Live at 6, I'm Tricia Keene.
I'm Steve Wolford. We have team coverage on the arrest of O.J. Simpson. We begin with Action News reporter Melissa McCarty, who has learned about some new developments tonight. Melissa.
We have just learned that there has been a new arrest, a Las Vegas local, 53-year-old Clarence Stewart. He faces the same 6 felony charges as O.J. Simpson. Metro also confiscated some of that stolen memorabilia. Now, also, O.J. Simpson is right here at the Clark County Detention Center with a no-bail status. He is in isolation, not only for his own protection, because he is also considered a high-profile inmate.
He's being held on a no-bail status for 2 reasons. 1, he's concerned about the flight factor, and 2, he has no known ties to the Las Vegas community. He's facing 6 felony charges, including robbery with a deadly weapon, assault with a deadly weapon, conspiracy to commit a crime, and burglary with a firearm. An alleged accomplice, Walter Alexander, has already bailed out, but there were 4 other men inside the Palace Station hotel room Thursday night, including 2 local residents. 1 is now in custody. 53-year-old Clarence Stewart. 49-year-old Michael McClinton is being interviewed by police with a pending arrest, and the other 2 unidentified men live out of state and will soon turn themselves in. In a press conference today, court officials say O.J. will get no special treatment.
He's not being treated any differently than anybody else. He'll be brought to the courtroom with all the other inmates in custody on Wednesday morning.
Swarming the courthouse, a media circus who will await Simpson's first appearance in court.
Now, the plan is to bring him in person.
Clark County District Attorney David Roger will personally prosecute this case. He says in a written statement, "We will treat this case with the same professionalism we afford all the cases we prosecute." But a source close to the investigation says this case will be a slam dunk.
His bail status could change Wednesday morning. Now, we've learned more about his high-profile inmate status. He's being housed in an area with 36 others, and he will spend his daily free time alone after those inmates go back into their cells. O.J. will get about 3 to 4 hours a day. At that time, he can either use the phone, watch TV, and use the recreation room. He has made one special request so far, and that is for reading glasses. I'm told that has been granted. Reporting for you live, Melissa McCarty, Channel 13 Action News.
An alleged accomplice, Walter Alexander, has already bailed out, but there were 4 other men inside the Palace Station hotel room Thursday night, including 2 local residents. 1 is now in custody. 53-year-old Clarence Stewart. 49-year-old Michael McClinton is being interviewed by police with a pending arrest, and the other 2 unidentified men live out of state and will soon turn themselves in. In a press conference today, court officials say O.J. will get no special treatment.
He's not being treated any differently than anybody else. He'll be brought to the courtroom with all the other inmates in custody on Wednesday morning.
Swarming the courthouse, a media circus who will await Simpson's first appearance in court.
Now, the plan is to bring him in person.
Clark County District Attorney David Roger will personally prosecute this case. He says in a written statement, "We will treat this case with the same professionalism we afford all the cases we prosecute." But a source close to the investigation says this case will be a slam dunk.
Another man in the middle of that melee claims he never feared for his life, but another thought did cross his mind.
I wasn't afraid of the guns. I wasn't afraid of the guys then. I'm just thinking, O.J., how could you be this stupid?
Bruce Fromont says until Simpson burst through the door, he had no idea who was trying to buy his memorabilia collection. He also says Simpson did more than commit robbery. He says he betrayed a longtime friendship. Our team coverage moves now to the personal side of this case. More on that from Action News reporter Ben Vesey. Ben.
And Steve, when the sports star and the sports collector came face-to-face on Thursday night, it's unclear if O.J. knew who he'd be dealing with. But it turns out both men had known each other, and more, they've been friends for years.
Bruce Vermont deals in O.J. memorabilia. When he went to make a sale Thursday night, he says he didn't know who the buyer was supposed to be, but then the O.J. who showed up isn't the man Vermont once described as a buddy.
That was somebody completely different.
Vermont says for 13 years, he and the Juice were close.
He used to call my mother on her birthday and sing happy birthday. You know, it's hard. It's
Still, Vermont says that if he knew O.J. was trying to get back his own memorabilia, he would have figured out a way to get it to him.
He should have been a man and come to me face to face and said, Bruce, look, I want this stuff for my grandkids. And, you know, I would have said, let's work something out, O.J. I know this stuff used to belong to you. I'd like to see it go to your grandkids. You know, and I would have said, I didn't, because I paid money for this stuff. I don't want money from O.J.
Some of the stuff once belonged to Simpson, but Vermont insists he got it all legally.
Most of the stuff now is in the possession of Las Vegas Metropolitan Police. I sat down with Fremont on Friday, and ironically, after this whole mess, all that memorabilia is worth likely more now than it was before. Ben DC, Channel 13 Action News.
News of Simpson's arrest has already turned downtown Las Vegas into a media circus. Crews from across the nation have set up shop outside the Regional Justice Center to bring viewers and listeners every minute detail of the case. Our team coverage continues now with more on that part of the story. Action News reporter Steve Ryan is joining us live at the Regional Justice Center with a look at the media frenzy. Steve.
Steve, this is a media circus, but there's no clowning around here. Over here is what I like to call the out-of-state section. These 3 or 4 first trucks are from neighboring Los Angeles. Then over here, these behemoths, these are the national networks they feed out by satellite. Then across the street, we're the local guys over here. Trust the Channel 13 Action News, SNG, number 2. That's a satellite news gathering, by the way. All of this for one story, one man, O.J.
VegasCommunityOnline.com. VegasCommunityOnline.com. What's going on in Sin City? VCO. What's hot in Las Vegas? VCO. VegasCommunityOnline.com. VegasCommunityOnline.com.